さて本日も英語がわからないけどツール・ドゥ・フランスプロチームモード進めていきたいと思いますと。はい、これどっちだ。9月17、9時49分、こっちか。
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. Hi guys.
どうせ今のメンツだとね。
The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely.
第1回目の休息日を挟む前にリタイアするんだろうな。
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. For this stage linking Germany to Belgium, it's a safe bet that the sprinters will do all it takes to claim victory.
さあ今回もおなじみのみんな同じ顔っていうね。190キロか。逃げに乗らない方が良さそうだね。
The climb is classified as fourth category. There will thus be 1 point to be picked up towards the polka dot jersey for the first one over the top.
Goes to the top of the climber standing. Here's the positions over the last climb.
is trying to escape.
He's asked his teammates to manage the time gap. He no doubt wants to take the win in the sprint. He's got his teammates riding because he no doubt finds that the breakaway is too big. If you're feeling strong, attack to create a smaller group.
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
一人逃げ
Breakaway threatens the overall
かわいそう
standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. Flat stages. Little wonder that
そ
they're
の
not shown in
他
their
の集
entirety
団
on
は
TV.
動きない
The intermediate sprint is looming for the front of the race. It will enable the first 15 to score points towards the green jersey standings. The rider who wins the intermediate sprint will score 20 points. The second will pocket 17 points, while the third will pick up 15.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is losing ground. He's a sprinter, able to get over short climbs. He's a teammate without ambition for the overall standings.
You're the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. Essentially, you're the fastest of the group in a sprint.
お、いい具合に強調してますね。
His teammates are leading the chase at the head of the peloton. His intentions seem clear. Win in a sprint.
The next difficulty is listed as a Category 4. There will be only 1 point to be scored towards the best climber classification. A new climb is approaching for the head of the race. Once more, there will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
お、すごい。
The day's final categorized difficulty is approaching. Once again, there will be 1 point to be gleaned for the polka dot jersey.
Your opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton.
すごい汚い戦い方をしているが、でも結構いっぱいだもんね、もうこれね。50秒。ちょっと頑張ってあげようか。このペースで。でもこのペースだとちょっと遅いんだな。ぐいぐい差が縮まってきてるよね。
You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
変わるよ。
There are 15 kilometers left, and given the lead held by the breakaway, victory will certainly be sealed in a mass sprint through the streets of Liège.
You have 30 seconds lead.
30秒切ってる。
You have 30 seconds on the peloton. The yellow jersey was in danger, but he's once again leading the overall standings. Another 10 kilometers. It won't be easy, but give it a try. Watch out, lads. It's an urban finish, and there are a few bends. Stay up front. He's just fallen. That may cost him some time in the overall standings.
Only 5 kilometers left for the head of the race.
Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a mass sprint.
なんとかスプリント勝負できるか。ちょっと厳しいか。
After the next bend, it will be the final straight. The sprint will soon be launched. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
Last kilometer. You've got to sprint.
大集団でレースを終えてんな。あそこでね、失敗したな。
Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying.
秒差なしね。これしばらく秒差なしなんだよこれね。むしろ秒差なしでゴールしてる連中は何なのっていうすげえゆったりしたレース展開だったんだ。シャバネルとか大丈夫これ。まあいいんだけど、うちの連中ですらクリアしてるというのに、まあまだいけるか。
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying.
ティムランがマイオジョーヌ。
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker.
パンチャー向けのステージ。
Hello everyone. Today's stage can be described as international. After the start given in Belgium, the peloton will cross the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg from north to south to finally fight it out for victory in France in the town of Longwy.
もう早速上りから始まるっていうね。
The early part of the stage is conducive to a breakaway with 2 short climbs classified 4th and 3rd categories, one after the other. The first climb of the day is classified as 4th category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
Watch out for him. He's a real puncher who can come out on top on any finish with a short climb. But he can also rely on a good turn of speed if there's a group finish.
9名の逃げ。
This stage must be a part of his objectives, because his teammates are already managing the time gap.
He's a rider who likes short, sharp climbs. His capabilities in the high mountains are relatively limited.
In the leading group, he's the best placed on the points classification.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
まあまだ130キロあるからね。
He's gone down. His teammates will no doubt wait for him.
最後の4球を
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
4球4球までどれだけ体力を削らないで持っていけるか。でもなかなか AI が優秀ですね、このゲーム。
There's someone who wants to liven up the race with an attack.
There will be 1 point to be had towards the polka dot jersey.
あんまり第二集団ができないゲームだな。これでもあれか、先頭9名から1人脱落しただけか。ヘイマンだ、また逃げてた。
The next king of the mountain summit is ranked as a 3rd category. Only the first 2 riders over the top will score points towards the best
や
climber
っぱり上りで苦しんでいる。
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
In the leading group, he's the best placed on the points classification. For now, he's the virtual yellow jersey. He asks his guys to maintain the tempo. Watch him. He must feel able to win the stage. He's the highest ranked rider for the polka dot jersey at the head of the race. The breakaway is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
逃げは完全に終わりだな。
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
この方のチームメイトはどこにいるんでしょう。いた。意外に前の方に位置取りしてますね。この辺か。お、前引いとるやん。 と思ったらこれ BMC かBMC じゃんこれ。うちのチームの人たちどこ行ったの。お、エナオモントーヤが思ってたより逃げがしぶといですかね。23キロ1分か。きっとこれロングスプリントで勝負をしたいかな。細かいアップダウンが続きますね。残り20キロで1分差。1分10秒、ちょっと伸びた。これ残り10キロあたりから仕掛けるべきか。先頭が捕まらない。先頭集団8名強力ですね、なかなか。
Got to be well positioned, guys. There's a winding descent 5 kilometers from the finish. It won't be possible to get into position afterwards. The finishing climb begins just after.
おいおい、逃げ切りがちょっと可能性出てきましたけど、これここついていかないとまずい。
Counter-attack at the front of the peloton.
お、先頭集団も脱落してる。カルメジャーヌ。
10 kilometers from the finish for the head of the race. They can believe it's possible if they still have something in the tank for the final short climb.
With a technical descent placed just before the finishing climb, any hope of victory today lies with being up front. There will be no interlude that would allow a change of position. He's moving onto the attack.
He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standing.
He's turning the screw. It's the start of the descent with the man in front.
the overall youth standings.
The breakaway riders begin the climb to the finish. Victory should be contested between these riders. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race. The peloton is 1 minute away.
Last kilometer, come on! You're the best puncher! You're on your way to the top spot of the white jersey standing. It's great. Keep going, kid.
よし、勝った。これなんかポーズが取れるらしいんですけど、一着でステージ優勝の時はめっちゃ左で今スクワットしてるやつおったのに気のせいか今。
This stage is his. He was the strongest. Here is the winner of the Verviers-Longuier stage. Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly to snatch this victory. He can savor this moment. He tops the standings. He tops the stand.
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites.
Oh! マイオジョーヌ来たー。マイオジョーヌここまでですね。パウベルスまでがまあ上位狙えるかなっていう感じですか。お、ヤングライダーも1位。いいぞただもはや疲れの色が見える生えんだよ。
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors
お、
no
フラット
particular
ですね。意外に軽快な音楽っていうマイオジョーヌを守れ。マイオジョーヌ守れ。もうスプリンターがこれもう疲れてんじゃんこれ。これ最初の休息日まで持たねえよ。いやマイオジョーヌ守れが一番いいかな。コンディション悪っ。 まあ、予想に守りましょうか、じゃあ。
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This stage should follow a fairly predictable scenario. Given the absence of any major difficulties, the sprinters' teams should control any breakaways in order to compete for victory in a sprint. Things are livening up at the head of the peloton. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good. He's more of a climber, but he's far from competing on level terms with the top names in the tour.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
やっぱ第二集団って出ないんだな。一発逃げたらその後追っかけるっていう逃げが出ないですね。
Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV.
The breakaway is losing ground.
His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint.
The intermediate sprint is looming for the front of the race. The first 15 riders score points towards the green jersey.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
The breakaway is losing ground.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the
残り
peloton.
50キロで3分切ってるぐらいの逃げか。まあ捕まるよな。うん。
He's got his team riding to set up a sprint
これさっきの
This is not the time to hang
ス
around
テー
at
ジ
the
だ
back of
と
the peloton.
ほぼ逃げ切りでしたけど、
Here's the
それ以
position
外で
over
一
the
回も
last
見てねえ
climb.
な。
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
逃げ一人脱落してるね。
It's good. You're back on top of the overall youth standings.
The breakaway is in the sight of the peloton. There's little chance that it can hold off the sprinters' teams.
もう1名脱落35秒捕まるね。よし、
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
お勤めご苦労様でした。アスタナかな、あれアスタナの選手。デヘントと誰？シルビアン・シャバネル。おでデヘント脱落。シャバネル一人逃げ。
The breakaway is holding off the peloton, but it's going to be difficult. The breakaway is hanging on, but I can't see how he can hold off the sprinters' teams.
10 kilometers from the finish for the leaders. It's going to be complicated.
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers.
よく逃げたよ君たちは。ちょっと邪魔だな。
The sprinters' teams have managed this stage perfectly. 5 kilometers out, the peloton is bunched and everything is in place for a mass sprint.
Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a mass sprint. Okay, I'll protect him.
The sprinters are ready to fight it out. Well positioned on the wheel of their team members, they'll soon be burning rubber. The red pennant for the peloton.
Last kilometer. You've got to sprint.
仕掛けるのが早すぎた。仕掛けるタイミング結構シビアだな。
We can say that everything is going well. He is in spot.
まあでも1着と
Well done.
秒数差なしでしょ。
You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying.
サンウェブか。デゲンコルプ。ナセルブアに切ってる。もうね、スプリントの伸びが違うもんね。まあこのそうそうたる面々の中でデゲンコルプにブアニに切ってる誰マーク・カベンディッシュ、ブライアン・コカールにうちのチームの子だから、サガンもだって膠着でしょ。アレクサンドル・クスリフストフ、マイケル・マッシューズでしょ。ガベリア、ジミニ・フルーム、グライペル、デマール、 うん、上々でしょう。よし、マイオジョーヌキープと。2位が、カルメジャーヌ、今年のツール・ド・フランスで実際にステージ優勝してますよね。デュムラン、おただね、山岳政治のこと考えると、このポランクとパウエルスあたりがちょっと頑張らないとまずい。ヤングライダー、パウエルズが、主力の4人がこんな状況ならなんとかなるか。来ました、山岳ステージ。途中まではフラットですね。いいな、特殊能力付きは何なんだろうな。1個はタイムトライアルのスペシャリストみたいな。うちのチームの選手1個もそういうのないですからね。悲しいな。この辺でマイオジョーヌさよならかな。
Hello everyone. A great name awaits the riders today. La Planche de Belfi.
スプリンターのマイオジョーヌって結構儚いですね。
It has nevertheless become mythical. All those who claimed victory upon it have won the Tour de France at least once. Acceleration at the head of the peloton.
逃げが生まれるのが早いぞ。
He must be interested in the stage win because his teammates are setting the pace for the peloton.
His qualities as a ruler are exceptional. You mustn't give a meter's lead, especially as he takes short climbs in his stride and has no interest in waiting for the sprint, given his lack of pace. He's a rider who can put in a long day's ride. He has no real strengths or weaknesses, except the mountains. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns on
逃
the
げ、
overall
3
standing.
人でよく頑張ってんな。また軽めじゃん
He
ね。
asked his teammates to
あ、
maintain
違
the
う。
tempo.
あー、
He
スティーブ
must
ン・
be
カ
on
ミング
form
ス。
today.
The intermediate sprint is approaching. It's an opportunity to recall that only the first 15 score points for the green jersey.
5キロぐらい離れ
Riders
てん
have
だ。
reached the intermediate sprint. He asked his teammates to maintain the tempo. He must feel on form today. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Attack.
Okay, I'll wait for him. He's virtually taken the white jersey from us.
The next King of the Mountain Summit is ranked as a third category. Only the first two riders over the top will score points towards the best climber
2キロちょいか。
classification.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings. There will be 2 and 1 point for the mountain standings.
He's got his guys riding. He must have good legs. I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race. Here's the positions over the last climb.
お、1人脱落。
He's virtually taken the white jersey from us.
そして吸収するぞ。あ、コフィリスが参加してる。
He's got his guys riding. He must have good legs. The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lad.
補給ポイント失敗。超えてないと思って使っちゃったわ。
He's got his guys riding. He must have good legs.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey. 1.5 minutes lead to the head of the race over the favourites.
カーミングスまだ逃げてる。
teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. We're approaching the final climb. Be well positioned as it's a short climb. You can't afford to give away any time.
The lead riders 1 minute 30 on the favourites.
おいおい、1分23秒。
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
21秒。
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
頼むぞ。お前の働きにかかってる。ポランク。
He's attacking.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
At just under 3 kilometers from the summit, and with less than 30 seconds on his pursuers, the outcome is still not sure for the man in front.
頑張れ。あとせめて1キロ。あーきついか。
Only 2 kilometers left.
You've got to react straight away, guys. He's taken provisional lead of the overall standings.
The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race. Riders will have to keep something in reserve for the last 300 meters because the slope is over 15%.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line. There's a new youngster at the top of the under-25 standings, and it's still a rider from...
ありがとうポランク。
The team.
He succeeded in avoiding all the pitfalls to win today. He will climb up. He's amongst the lead.
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites.
おっとこれは大きいんじゃないですか。マイナス10秒のあ、ポランク頑張ったね。デュムランやっぱ下がっちゃったね。
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites.
グリーンジャージまで取ってるし。お、ヤングライダー賞ポランク。サンウェブスカイに続きエナオ。頑張りましたね。マシスがもう危うい感じになってきてるけど、今で何ステージ目だ。5ステージ。休息日はいつだ。おお、稼いでるね。優秀。
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulties. But be on your guard as the wind can lead to borders.
左岸向きステージですね。20位以内と。
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The sprinters will certainly have dissected and analysed the route in order to work out the scenario for this stage, but they'd better beware. If everything does point towards a mass sprint finish, the roads exposed to the wind on the approaches to Prague could provide some surprises.
距離長いしね。210キロ以上。
Here's a pure ruler. Make sure you don't leave him alone up front. It will be difficult to catch him, and it's better for him to finish on his own.
He's the best place from the overall standings in the breakaway. At the front, he's the best place for the green jersey. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. Virtually, he takes the lead of the overall standing.
1名脱落。と思ったら合流。これシルビアン・シャバネル以外俺全然知らないな。
First riders are 2 kilometers from the climb. Here's the positions over the last climb. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
The breakaway is losing ground.
His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint. The head of the race is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. He is no longer the provisional yellow jersey. Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV.
The breakaway is losing ground.
He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. At the front, he's the best placed.
いやこれゴール前勝負できるまでスタミナ残んねえぞ。
Decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
The breakaway is holding off the peloton, but it's going to be difficult.
He's virtually taken the white jerseys from us. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jerseys. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up!
The next climb is classified as 4th category. That means 1 point to be earned for the first rider to the top.
集団が2つに割れてる。
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try
いや
to
ダメ
hold
ダメ
out till
3
the
人
end.
衆きついな。脱落してる2人。
The head of the race is 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
パウエルスで行くべきか。
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
"15 kilometers from the finish. Even though the breakaway is holding out, the fate of this stage should be sealed in a mass sprint. The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers.
いやー分断されてるよ。
Race leaders have entered the last 10 kilometers. The slower sprinters will surely try to surprise their companions by attacking from far out.
You'll be on wide avenues inside Troyes. The finish harbors no pitfalls.
Only 5 kilometers left for the lead riders. The winner is one of them.
Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a mass sprint.
The red pennant. And the sprint is on.
Out kilometer. You've got the sprint.
ダメダメ5人衆が。 もうリタイアじゃねえの。
This stage is his. He was the strongest. Here is the winner of the visual work stage. Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly to snatch this. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. He's amongst the leading riders this year. Here's the white jersey of this Tour de France.
お、3名。
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites.
デュムランがね、いいタイム出してくるね。パウエルス頑張ってる。お、やるじゃん。
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulties. But be on your guard as the wind can lead to borders. Normally, we'd put a cross through this stage. But with the wind, the outcome is unclear. It's up to us to seize the opportunity for a good result. Have a good stage.
おっと、あと3日もあんのか。うわー、しかも山岳2連戦。
Hello and welcome to all. The generally flat route should lend itself to a battle between sprinters for the stage victory. However, the peloton may be hit by crosswinds, which could see the idea of borders being hatched, some teams being perfectly able to exploit this type of situation. He's trying to escape. He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape. He is one of the best punchers, but he's also very comfortable in the mountains.
He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. At the front, he's the best placed for the green jersey. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV. His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. He is no longer the provisional yellow jersey.
The breakaway is losing ground. They're going to have to ride hard to read in the breakaway. With this lead, they can start to believe it. The next two climbs are classified as fourth category. There is only 1 point to be had at the top of each.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. He's in trouble. It's not sure that he'll be there for the sprint. His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint.
He's accelerating.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
He's accelerating. "15 kilometers from the finish. The peloton is bunched. It will have left no chance to the escapees.
Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a mass sprint.
He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is, you didn't prove me wrong.
What? もう上位争い不可能。そして3名リタイア。あ、嘘、4名マジで。おい、あと何レースあると思ってんだよ。バカなんじゃないの。おいおいおいおいおい、まだ3分の1、3分の1以下ではあるけど、うわ、こっからだろう。どう勝負すれっつんだ。マジか。まあ、この辺がなんかトップの選手との能力差の開きが、うわ、安かったもんな、リタイアした方の選手。完走すら危ういんじゃないのか、最後まで。この悲しみの1,2,3,4,4名リタイア中がタイムアウト。いや
ー。Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Predictions are wide open for this stage, entirely ridden through the roads of the Jura. If the terrain immediately excludes the sprinters from any hope of a stage win, it is not selective enough to be certain that the general classification favourites will go on the offensive. It's up to the baroudeurs to seize their chance. Attempt at a breakaway.
This stage must be a part of his objectives, because his teammates are already managing the time gap.
Tony Martin is one of the best rulers in the world. He has notably been world time trial champion on 4 occasions. His powerful style has earned him the nickname of Panzer.
In the leading group, he's the best placed on the points classification. King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. This stage must be a part of his objectives, because his teammates are already managing the time gap.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up.
He retakes the virtual lead of the overall standings. He won't have been out of his jersey for long. There's not much going on, isn't there someone who wants to liven up the race with an attack?
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. A teammate is beginning to lose touch. Here's the positions over the last climb.
There's movement at the front of the peloton. The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The first 15 in the intermediate sprint score points for the green jersey. The first will pocket 20 extra points.
Things will soon start to get tougher, guys. You must stay awake and start to position yourselves immediately after the intermediate sprint if you want to avoid unpleasant surprises. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. New leader for the green jersey.
帰ってきていいよ。
Okay, I'll wait for you. He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him.
The next King of the Mountain summit will bring 5 points to the rider who's first over the top. Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. In front, he's the best placed in the overall standings.
The breakaway's managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers. He's trying to get out. Watch out!
The first 6 riders at the top will pocket the points towards the polka dot jersey. There will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1 point to be gained.
He's got his teammates riding because in front, there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings. He's got his teammates riding because he's a danger to the overall standings.
Breakaway over. First over the King of the Mountain summit does not mean, however, that victory is assured. The road linking the top to the finishing line has several false flats that could cause blow-ups.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. We need to score points for the polka dot jerseys. It's essential if we want to strengthen our position as leader. got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
He's trying to get out. Watch out! Only 10 kilometers left for the lead riders.
10 kilometers from the finish, guys. Stay well positioned to avoid fall.
He's moving on to the attack.
The breakaway will, no doubt, go all the way last, but watch out for attacks in the closing kilometers. Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a mass sprint.
お、勝てるんじゃないか。
Watch out, he's going on the attack.
くそ。
Attack at the head of the peloton.
勝ちたい勝ちたい。
The moment to stare at each other. Only 3 kilometers left. The man in the front
誰だあい
to
つ。
save his victory.
よしよしよしよしよしよしよし。いやー、後ろも迫ってる。あれっていうか前に一人いんのか。あ、いね。
Last kilometer.
His teammates have a handle on things for the
おしよしよしよし。
It will be difficult to increase
勝
the
っ
gap.
たろう。イエーイっつって間違ってブレーキかけたけど、また一人リタイアになりそうです。一人どころじゃねえな、二人リタイアだなこれ。タイムアウトだろう。1回目の休息日を前にしてすでに3人しか残ってない。
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome him warmly. Here is the winner of the France2017 stage. Congratulations to him. He really was the strongest. He fully deserves this prestigious victory. He's amongst the leading riders this year. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France.
おーし、三角章ジャージは報酬。
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites.
3分59秒差、厳しい。まあどこに誰のバッドデイがあるかわからんからな。
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. It's also important for our polka dot jersey. It's under threat from other riders, and it'll be important to keep an eye on them. The best solution is to pick up points to consolidate our jersey. We don't have what it takes to play a prominent role. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to join the early breakaway. Good.
Hello and welcome to all. This stage is a key rendezvous for the general
最初
classification
から登ってるっ
favorites.
つうか
The
山
Col de la Beach, the Grand Colombier and the Mont du Chat. There are no less than 3 all-category climbs on the menu. With a total of 4,600 meters of vertical gain, there's no doubt that this stage is crucial in the fight for the yellow jersey. Acceleration at the head of the peloton.
誰も追わない。
There will be 2 and 1 point for the mountain standings.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
One minute for the breakaway. It's looking good. He's trying to bridge the gap.
The breakaway threatens the overall standing. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
There will be 2 points and 1 point towards the best climber classification at the top of the next difficulty. If the stage can have important consequences for the general classification, it can also have a significant impact on the standings for the polka dot jersey. Indeed, with 3 all-category passes on the program, a rider who was first over each of them would pick up a maximum of 75 points. He has ambitions for the polka dot jersey.
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race. He's the highest placed of the climbers of the breakaway. Here's the positions over the last climb. They're pulling the peloton. He must be interested in the stage win because his teammates are setting the pace for the peloton.
The riders are beginning the ascent of the first all-category climb of the day, the Col de la Biche, just over 10 kilometers of effort, with an average slope of 9%.
Yes, there's not a lot going on.
The gap isn't changing much.
After the summit, it doesn't drop away immediately. But once the descent has begun, you'll very quickly be at the foot of the Grand Colombier.
Acceleration in the peloton.
We've just lost the top spot in the climber standings, guys. That isn't good. He asked his teammates to maintain the tempo. He must feel on form today.
The riders will climb the Grand Colombier by its steepest side, nicknamed the Directissime. The riders will come up against a slope at an average of 22% in the middle of the climb. A moment of true bravery. The ascent of the Grand Colombier has begun, a climb that could do some serious damage.
きつい坂だな、また。
The first riders are onto the steepest slopes. It's a real wall that they have to face in the middle of the climb. There will be 25, 20, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1 point to be shared at the summit for the best climber classification.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Here's the positions over the last climb. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The intermediate sprint is approaching, but there is little chance that the candidates for the green jersey will be able to score points at this stage of the race.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. Before beginning the final all-category pass, the riders must first scale the Côte de Jongieu, classified as third category.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
The Mont du Char, with its 9 kilometers of slope at an average of over 10%, will surely decide the day. Even if the finish is not at the top, it will be difficult to make up ground on the descent leading into Chambéry. 30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey. The first rider to the top of the pass scores 25 points in the polka dot jersey standings.
There's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings. gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
And the descent is on.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jerseys. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up!
At the bottom of the descent, there will be a little over 10 kilometers before the finishing line in Chambéry. Only 10 kilometers left for the head of the race. The road to Chambéry is now totally flat.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders. The yellow jersey was in danger, but he's once again leading the overall standings. The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites. 1.5 minutes lead to the head of the race over the favourites.
He's amongst the leading riders this year.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying.
お、9位まで来た。ダン・マーティン、次ダン・マーティンか。ダン・マーティン食うのはきつそうだな。ダン・マーティン、ちょっと待って、ナイロマンで勝ってんじゃん。デュムラン、リゴベルト・ウラン、リッチー・ポート、クリスティアーノ・フルーム、ロマン・バルデのニバリ、フルサング、ダン・マーティン、うちのパウエルス、キンタナ、ミケル・ランダ、ゲラント・トーマス、クワイト・コフスキー、サイモン・イエーツ、ファビオ・アル、バルベルデ、もうそうそうたる面々の中にルイ・コスタうぜえな。お前そんな登れたか。
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We don't have what it takes to be in the final sprint. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to be in the early breakaway. Have a good stage.
はい。休息日を挟みまして、6日間、果たして完走できるのでしょうか。そうだよね。スプリンター向けのステージですよね、これ。
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Without any particular difficulty along the road, the sprinters won't hesitate to put their teammates to work. And there's little doubt that today's stage win will be fought out in a sprint.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jerseys. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
Things are livening up at the head of the peloton. Attempt at a counter-attack.
いとも簡単に逃げてったが、いやー、これ平坦ステージ逃がしたら、まあでもね、追っかけられる選手がいないんですね。これがまた困りました。
1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good. He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape. The breakaway is widening the gap, but there's nobody who's a threat to the overall standings. Labelled as puncher, he does very well in the mountains and has a good turn of speed.
He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. At the front, he's the best placed for the green jerseys. He's the best placed rider in the climber standings amongst the breakaway. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group.
The breakaway is losing ground.
He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint. Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV.
中間スプリント参加させたかったけど、もうね、手遅れ。
Ranked 4th category, the next King of the Mountains summit will earn 1 point for the rider who's in front at the top.
次の4級山岳までに捕まるか。いや、捕まんねえな。いいとこに踏むか。
They're going to have to ride hard to read in the breakaway. With this lead, they can start to believe it.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end. He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton.
おや、思ったよりタイム差が縮まらない。タイム差が縮まらない。
He's the best place for the green jersey.
まずい。
10 kilometers from the finish for the men in the lead. They can believe it's possible.
これさ、君の出番かい？
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
あ、縮んでんな。ギリギリ捕まんのか。ギリギリ 8.2 キロだよ。1分25秒、まずいんじゃないですか。ちょっと追っかけてよ。引いて引いて。おいおいおいおいおいおいおいおいおい、全開で引けよ。5キロのフラムルージュくぐる前には1分切っといて。なんでそこでへたれんだよ。いや、まずいでしょ。俺アタックかかった。みんなもうね、あ、君いいね。いいよ、サイモン・イエース君かい君。
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
The breakaway is at the red pennant.
Mm. これリタイアせずに何人残ってんだ。山岳賞ジャージ部だけは保持してんな。
We had no real ambitions for the classification at this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong.
ダン・マーティンが遠い。
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main
もう
thing to
平
grasp
坦
today
ス
is
テージちょっと飛ばしましょう。
We had no real ambitions for the classification at this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong.
うわ、ダン・マーティンボーナスタイム6秒。
Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification. It's also important for our polka dot jersey. It's under threat from
これ
other
はクイーン
riders,
ス
and
テー
it'll
ジ
be
にな
important
り
to
得
keep
る
an eye
ぞ
on them. The best solution is to pick up points to consolidate our jersey. We don't have what it takes to play a prominent role. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to join the early breakaway. Good luck, guys!
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. With 220 kilometers on the program and the Col de Monte, Port de Balais, et Père-sur climbs packed into the last 7 kilometers, this Pyrenean stage is going to hurt more than one rider, be he the winner or just one of those who's trying to finish inside the time limit. The beginning of the stage is fairly flat. The serious business should begin after the 130th kilometer and the Col de Monte climb.
さすがに後半にあんな長2級1級長級控えてると誰も逃げようとしないな。でも途中の中間スプリント取りに行くんだろうね。おや、まだ逃げない。あそこのアップダウンからか。行かない。あ、いた。13人逃げてんじゃん。
Breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. He asked his teammates to maintain the tempo. He must feel on form today. Yes, there's not a lot going on. The first riders have reached the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap. Here's the positions over the last climb.
The Col de Monte, despite its 11-kilometer ascent, should not be the scene of any major attacks, the top being too far from the finish.
A teammate is beginning to lose touch. He's the highest place of the climbers and the breakaway. Here's the positions over the last climb. Being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap. His teammates are riding to protect the jersey.
ここの長球だけは取っときたい。いや、できれば次の1球もかな。
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. The first rider to the top of the pass scores 25 points in the polka dot jersey standings. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the yellow jersey.
His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap.
The lead rider is 1 minute 30 on the favourites. 1.5 minutes lead to the head of the race over the favourites.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
お願いダンマーティン。
climb. His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap. He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Here's the positions over the last climb. Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
It's the start of the final climb. There are only 3 kilometers left, and one man is alone in the lead and looks set to win. Today's winner will also pocket 5 points for the mountain classification.
Breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey.
The yellow jersey was in danger, but he's once again leading the overall standings.
He tops the standings and will receive.
さて、じゃあ今日はここまでにしますかね。はい、お疲れでした。